All the South Pasadena Parks and Rec Commission to order at 7:30. We get a roll call? 6:30, not 7:30. I'm still on not even spring forward. I don't know what that was. That's right.
Roll call. Vice Chair Rocha,
Here.
Commissioner Chapman.
Here.
Commissioner Tamas,
Here.
Commissioner Ocon. Council Liaison Donovan is here, and staff liaisons are Community Services Director Pouch, Deputy Director Jacobian, and myself, Israel Suarez.
Wonderful. Do we have any public comment?
The only public comments we received were for agenda item number 6, and when we get to that item, we will get to those.
Thank you. City Council Liaison Communications. Great, thank you. Commissioner Communications. Yes, Commissioner Ocon.
Oh, so, at South Pasadena Little League, at Jacobian High, Friday, March 11th. Wonderful turnout. Finished it off with 3 softball games, 2 baseball games on the field. I'm president of the league, so I see other leagues on their run by their seat.
I have one, someone who is on SPEF, the Educational Foundation, who's in charge of Party Gras in May, which is their big fundraiser, had some questions about the golf course and the work that's being done at the Arroyo and whether it's going to be done in time for the event, which is middle of May.
Right, and was that Jean?
Yes.
Yes, we've talked today.
Okay, perfect. Okay, because I told her I'd bring it up.
Yes, I would like to introduce Lucy Jacobian. She is the Deputy Director of Community Services. Some of you might know Lucy. Lucy actually worked here for 25 years prior to leaving for 2.5, 3 years, and now she's returning, and hopefully going to succession plan with her while I start looking at my retirement and her to step up and take the reins. So she still remembers so much about South Pasadena. It was like she was never gone, so it's very nice. But she holds a lot of historical knowledge, so I'm grateful she is back. So she will be joining us and a part of what we do. The other I was going to bring up is I'm not sure. Some of you were on the call, the Zoom open session meeting for commissions, and what one of the plans might be. It has not been approved. It was only something that was brought up, but it was to take the Parks and Rec Commission, Senior Commission, Youth Commission, Animal Commission, combine it into one commission for 7 commissioners. So if that is approved, we will probably move forward with doing that. And I think Christine was the only one, or was it cycling? There's one person I think cycling off. And then so Dolly, okay. And then so it'll be those 4, and then we'll bring on senior commissioners, 1 probably youth commissioner, and 1 for animal, kind of something like that. But I think it's a great opportunity. We currently have 6 committee commissions in my department, and so that's 6 extra nights a week on top of the 2 councils for myself. So it would be nice to come, and also for this group to know exactly what goes on across the board in the department, not just an individual part of the department. You'll know what's going on with our dialer right, what's going on in the senior center. We're going to be learning a lot about the animal part of things, taking on probably a little bit more of the peafowl stuff and the coyotes, and trying to get more information out to our residents through that channels. And then we will have a youth commissioner. But what we're looking to do is do more of a youth and government program. So it's not just 13 kids in South Pasadena. It's any of the kids who want to join from middle school and high school that can come be a part if they want to do 1 year, if they want to do it each year. But just to bring more kids into the program instead of, I love our commissioners, but they're the very highest of the high kids. And so we know we have kids out there that are shy, but we need to kind of bring them out of their little shell and, kind of make them sit up here and do things, have a meeting and things. So that's what we're going to try to do. If it's approved, that's kind of what we will look to do. We will continue with our Festival of Balloons Committee and the Tournament of Roses, as well as our lease ad hoc. But it would take away 2 meetings for us. So, and I just think it'd be great for everybody to know, like the staff, and hear from them too about their particular areas. So that's all I have.
Yes. Vice Chair Rocha. Commissioner Chapman. Okay. Commissioner Tamas. Commissioner Ocon. Okay, motion carries 3-0 to approve with Commissioner Chapman abstaining.
Okay, this wasn't. Right, I was just gonna say that. This is supposed to be Orange Grove Park. That is what Commissioner Tamas brought forward. So please take that correction for me. And I was going to let Commissioner Tamas start off because she did have inquiries from residents to her. So I just kind of want to get your, what you've heard from your people. No, that's that. So in your packet, you should have 2. There were 2 comments that came at the last meeting, and which we obviously did not have, but they came forward. Both 2 are asking for off-leash time at Orange Grove Park, mostly in the mornings during the weekday when there are no kids, there are no sports. I think both of them pretty much are saying about the same thing, or there's 3. So, for me, I'm bringing this to you, Karen brought it to the commission, and I just want to talk about it, amongst you guys to see what your thoughts and ideas are. The current municipal code does state that your dog needs to be on a 6-foot leash. So, that's current code. But also, I do know that at Garfield Park, this happens as well, but at nighttime. And so the people at Orange Grove are saying, well, at least it's contained, it's all fenced off, and actually the people have been really good on making sure like the gate where the playground is, that no dogs can get in there. That was always a concern. And Orange or at Garfield Park, the park is wide open. And so dogs run anywhere. And so say your kid goes by on a scooter and the dog is afraid of scooters and lunges at a child, it's a little different. So that's kind of why they've chosen Orange Grove. And also during a time where those kids are not on the play, on the parks in the mornings during school time either. So, it's a hard one because it's like, do we change municipal code? Do we, someone says, oh, then is this going to be, something now that needs to be enforced and followed? And I said, well, if we make a time slot for it, then yes. But it's just something that, from this group, to discuss and then to make a recommendation of maybe how you want to move forward. Everybody's like, oh, well, at the time we didn't have a dog park. So it was very different. And I think, honestly, COVID, there's a lot of COVID puppies. Honestly, there are a lot of COVID puppies. Before COVID, I didn't hardly see anybody out there. And I think these are a lot of COVID puppies. And I think they're looking for that place to run. And some of these are really big dogs that are out there if you've ever gone by in the morning. No, not yet. I didn't go any further until this group decided, hey, we want to kind of look into this a little bit more, if there is even a possibility, a potential. It's funny because some of the people that are out the park that I've talked to or said, are we shooting ourselves in the foot by doing this? Because, the people at Garfield will, how is that going to be handled? And, so it's one of those things. It's like, well, gentlemen, do we do it and just do it? And because the people at Garfield are doing it, and who's going to enforce it? Are we adding more on our police department, on Parks Rec, whatever? So those are the kind of things that have come out. So, you could talk to AYSO and they say that nobody picks up after them, the dogs. So, that's one thing. We make sure there's bags down there. Honestly, well, I have puppies, so my puppies have been down there, and whenever I see people, I'm like, hey, if they're talking, sometimes they get chatty. We're always kind of policing ourselves, like, hey, you're so, but it is something that it's just really a recommendation of how might we move forward and what I can look into and bring back to this. Not on weekends, no, because there's too much Little League and AYSO. So this would be more of a signage. We'd have to put new signage. But to, Victoria, when she talked about, what does the city attorney think and all those liabilities. So that is a huge liability to take on. You would probably, right, it would just be. And if that's how you feel, then, then it goes nowhere, from there. If we go create something, then there's got to be enforcement. And that's always the thing. We always create more enforcement and, we don't. PD can't do all the enforcement because especially it's really during around kids are at school, coming and going to school. And so they're really around our schools a lot, but then also the Humane Society, asking them to always be, because the last time we had this problem, it was Eddy Park. People would let their dogs run on Eddy Park. So and they still do that over there. Then, right. And Jackson. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, whatever the move forward, if it's not doing anything or and leaving it, or if it's moving forward to get more information to create a missed. Yep. Another important, yeah, yeah, you can all just say it. You know what? I forgot we are still on Zoom if anybody's on, so. we do.
A roll call.
Yeah.
Vice Chair Rocha, Commissioner Chapman, Commissioner Tamas, Commissioner Ocon.
yes.
Motion carries 4-0 to receive and file item number 6.
Yes, please. Oh. No, we have three out of the 5. We're good. Yes, no, you're fine. Then you know what? We're gonna skip number 7 because that's your item 2 with the plaque. So we'll go to the next one. No, you're fine. Okay, so before you, we have an field approval, field permit for the California Club. Um, and this is for Arroyo Park. And just to let you know, as of today, I received final approval from the Little League president himself. They were waiting on to see if the fields would be available and when games were, and they had we trying to get all those games organized. We just didn't have it. So this will actually be at Orange Grove Park on the 24th of April from 8 to 4:30. And so that would just be kind of a little friendly amendment to change the location to Orange Grove Park.
Motion to approve the California Cup Club permit.
Vice Chair Rocha, Commissioner Chapman, Commissioner Ocon. Motion carries 3-0 to approve the Springfield permit for Cup Club.
Okay, so this is Arroyo North Field. This is actually for Holy Family Schools soccer team. They are asking for space from 3:30 to 5 at Arroyo North. Again, speaking with the Little League president himself. He has approved the area for use that is between all the outfield fences. And so they have taken it because they have no space to have soccer practice themselves at school. So, and also the fee is, it's no charge. The fee is waived because they have 50% or more that are residents of South Pasadena. And so this will be at Arroyo North between the baseball fields. soccer practice for Holy Family, 3:30 to 5:30. It's only specific days, and I didn't write all the days down, but
Vice Chair Rocha, Commissioner Chapman, Commissioner Ocon. Okay, motion carries 3-0 to approve the Springfield permit for Holy Family.
I just want to say, I appreciate Little League for accommodating because sometimes we get calls all the time for field use. And so I'm always sending emails. Do you think? Do you think? And they've been really good on working out what they can and give outside organizations or even, Holy Family at the time. So we appreciate it. I know this is the item that she brought forward. And actually, Israel's going to present this one today. Let Lucy check and then we'll start. We might have us move forward. I can just give you a update that I did not give in my updates. We received 4 proposals for the batting cages with the RFP. And so I am going to be sending those out to our committee and picking a date for interviews and hopefully moving forward on that rather quickly. So yeah, that's really good. I was worried we just have 1. And so I was so excited when 4 came in. I had 1 more gentleman and he was going on vacation. He just couldn't get it done in time. I think there's 1 really strong person. So I think, okay. So, you know what, Israel, why don't you go ahead? Yep. I'm sure she's read that report. Yes. I mean, you should have saw the information she sent me after the meeting. I was like, perfect timing. Your name on the card, they wouldn't take anybody else, huh? AAA. Oh. It's not a rush. We can table this to the next meeting and bring it to the next. That's fine. Yes.
Vice Chair Rocha, Commissioner Chapman, Commissioner Tamas, Commissioner Ocon. Okay, motion carries 4-0 to move item number 7 to the next commission meeting.
Oh, no problem. No, that's
no,
okay.
There is one more item, number 10, on the following page.
I'm sorry too. I thought we were done, but let me see. Oh, that's on the other page. And that is an important one. Thank you, Israel. I would not be welcome back into the office tomorrow. Yeah, she did, her daughters. No, we just need two people to sit on the committee to pick our music and our movies for the summer. We already have 2 Shakespeare in the park scheduled, and so then it's just movies and concerts now. Okay, no problem. Okay, you want to do a nomination for both of them? And elect.
Yes. Vice Chair Rocha, Commissioner Chapman, Commissioner Ocon. Okay, motion carries 3-0 to nominate Commissioner Chapman and Commissioner Ocon to the Summer Event Subcommittee.
Awesome. Thank you.